And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Even though it's the start of the new year, there are actually some games to look forward to, and these are the best games of the month of January. Everyone who wanted to live the life of a superhero finally gets their chance on the 14th of January when Sony Online Entertainment's DC Universe goes online.
Why should we trust you? Because if you don't, Earth is doomed.
With heroes and villains that include Batman, Flash, Superman, Doomsday, Joker, Two-Face and a whole bunch of other characters from the DC Comics, Sony finally promises to give comic book fans the MMO they have been waiting so long for. DC Universe Online will be released for both PlayStation 3 and PC.
You are the next legend in DC Universe Online.
Media Molecule's Zack people are back in the eagerly awaited sequel to the extremely original Little Big Planet and promises to fix the problems that hindered some in using the game's tools to create their virtual masterpieces in the first game.
Since the dawn of time, Zack Kine has sought to improve life as we know it. In our more humble years, the use of primitive devices often sufficed in pushing us forward.
We've been promised mechanized hamsters, laser shooting camels, Jeff Minter style, grappling hooks, a new storyline where you have to save the craft roll from the Negativitron, and more multiplayer fun.
It's a tool. It's a weapon.
Most of all, the sequel promises to have far better tools for putting your own levels and contraptions together, which should eliminate the need to having to trick the game into doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Is this the end of the line for Saxan? Stay tuned for more adventure.
As long as I get to hurt someone.
While Xbox 360 and PC owners have been able to enjoy BioWare's epic sequel to Mass Effect since last year, the time has now finally come for PlayStation 3 owners as well, and BioWare has made sure that the extra waiting time wasn't for naught.
Scared, Ms. Lawson?
Cautious, Commander Shepard, but interested.
The PlayStation 3 version will therefore run on BioWare's newest edition of its game engine, originally planned to debut with the release of Mass Effect 3. The game will also have a comic included called Mass Effect Genesis that will tell the story of the first game since it was never released on PlayStation 3. Also included will be some of the DLC that has been released for the other versions since release.
It's been a long time, Captain.
It's Counselor now.
Mass Effect 2 is still one of the very best games from this generation, and every PlayStation 3 owner who hasn't yet had a chance to try it out on one of the other platforms are in for a massive treat.
But a cautious few knew the truth. This is just the beginning.
There is only one measure of success. Kill or be killed.
Yes, the original Dead Space might as well have been called Event Horizon the game. And yes, it might have borrowed heavily from a lot of the action horror genre's best games, but so what? We were hugely impressed by Visceral Games' debut.
Attention, a station-wide emergency is in effect.
The sequel takes place 3 years after the original and again stars space everyday man turned space supermarine Isaac Clarke in his iconic supersuit.
Isaac has survived. His mind is no longer safe.
The Marcus effect is still affecting Isaac, and when the Necromorph begin to infect the space station where he's stationed, a new hunt for Necromorph limbs and grotesquely misshapen enemies begins anew. The sequel looks to deliver more of everything that was good about the first game, and we can't wait to once again experience the sound, the visuals, and the mood that set the first game apart from most of the other contenders in this sort of game.